Hello and welcome to the Week 6 edition of the Monster Pod, brought to you by TheLines.com. Matt Brown, Steven Anders, joined this week by 4 for 4's Connor Allen. Let's talk about the Lions on the road at the Cowboys. They are 3-point favorites. Don't know how long that's going to last, however. These are all juiced threes. Could be heading on the other side of 3 here. 52.5 is our total. Connor, this was my favorite bet of the week. I threw this in as fast as I could. I think this is a complete and total mismatch on the line with the Lions and the Cowboys. I think they are going to bully that defensive line from the Cowboys left, right, and sideways. I think this is huge offensive performance for both of those running backs for the Lions, and then sprinkle in whatever they want to through the air as well. I really like the Lions in this spot against this really beat up Cowboys defense. And you know, what is left? I mean, the offense is what it is, I suppose. I mean, there's, a couple of options out there if you want to say the Cowboys have an offense, but I really like the Lions in this spot. What say you?
Yeah, I really like backing the Lions anytime we think that they can, force the issue on the ground. And I think in this spot particularly, we saw a couple weeks ago against the Bucs, like Tampa or Jared Goff threw like a back-breaking pick in the Reds or at the end of the game. And his counting stats were fine, but like overall, he didn't really play all that well. And I mean, maybe not cost them the game, but kind of similar. And they were way too pass heavy against more of a pass funnel Bucs defense. Then the weeks after, ran the ball 39 times for nearly 200 yards the next week. And then the week after that, they ran the ball 26 times to just 18 passes against Seattle, and they scored like 42 points. Now they draw Dallas, bottom 5 in rushing success rate, dead last in run to EPA. Meanwhile, their pass defense has played pretty well, and they can get pressure somewhat. But again, as you mentioned, the injuries are going to, cause problems there. And so that's like kind of one of Jared Goff's like only, bugaboos that we've seen basically has been like if they can get like consistent pressure. And I don't know if the Cowboys can do that here. So I have a lot of faith in this Lions offense to pound the rock, be successful, be efficient, and score plenty here. Now the counter will be like, I would say I would liken it almost to the Commanders-Ravens game a little bit here, because I do think that CeeDee Lamb and Dak Prescott can take advantage of this Lions secondary that I think is still a little bit susceptible in some sense. But I mean, but that's it. Like it's those two guys and maybe Jalen Tolbert carrying this Cowboys team. So like if there's any point of failure, if the Lions are able to slow down CeeDee Lamb, they're not going to be able to, the Cowboys aren't going to be able to run the ball. Like Rico Dowdle's not going to be able to get it done here. The only reason that Kenneth Walker had a good game is because he bounced like 3 runs outside and was making like 5 guys miss every run. Like this is still a really good run defense, even though their metrics don't reflect it necessarily at this point. So I think they're going to shut down the running game here. So it's going to be all in the passing game. So that's kind of how I'm approaching it. I do lean towards the Lions here. Now I hate betting against a guy like Dak and CD to like get it done, because I think that they can. Like I think that they can, at least perform. But that's my only hesitance there.
The interesting stat, Steven, one of the ones that I dug up here is maybe kind of a little bit telling for the way that this Cowboys season has gone. Opponents have scored on 65% of drives in the first quarter this season against them. So they're always playing from a friggin' deficit. And like, it's just, if you're allowing the teams to, every time they get the ball in the first quarter to score, then you're always playing from behind and the offense always gets out of rhythm and you're always whatever. And I expect the Lions to do the same damn thing here. Like I said, I mean, it's just, they're going to run the ball at will, probably get a lead here. And I think that they're smart enough. I know Dan Campbell makes some very, very questionable decisions at times, but I think that they are smart enough to just go ahead and stomp on the throat as they get up and continue to run it, since you do have that true 1-2 combo that most teams don't have. Most teams have an alpha 1 and then like a meh 2, and it's kind of like, all right, well, yeah, you're getting a guy to come in and do it. They actually have 2 really, really good running backs. I think they have a wild day on the ground here against the Cowboys. What you got?
Yeah, I do think it's getting expensive on the Lions. I'll just say that, laying more than 3 on the road. I agree with all the matchup stuff you guys said. My one concern is the Lions pass defense being 21st by dropback EPA and 28th by dropback success rate. If you're queasy about laying the full game spread, I'll just say like the scripting by these two teams is night and day. Shocking news here. Ben Johnson's a better schemer than Mike McCarthy is, but by first quarter, when these teams are running their offensive scripts to start the game, the Lions are number 1 in the NFL by success rate. The Cowboys are 21st in first quarter success rate. So that might be your angle as well. Maybe you look at first quarter spread, first quarter money line. Maybe it's first half spread, first half money line. If you don't want to pay over the key number for the full game, just an extra thought there I wanted to add in.
Guys, everything we do absolutely free, so go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Do appreciate that. If you have not checked out 4 for 4 and all that Connor and team over there are doing, you got to go over there, get in on that. Not just sports betting. I know this is a sports betting podcast. They got your fantasy needs as well, so don't give up yet. It's only week 6. I know it sucks. You're looking at your team and going like, I have no chance because all my guys are injured. Well, guess what? Other people have injured people too, so they'll help you figure all this out over there at 4 for 4. If you haven't done so already as well, lines.com, upper right-hand corner. Absolutely free Discord. You can go in there and chat all sports all season long. For Connor, for Steven, I'm Matt. Good luck on all your week 6 bets.